Not much of the stuff I learned in college classes actually helped me play video games. That is, until I found Cuit, or Cuit. I assume it's Kit because, as in circuit? Anyway, this is content I actually learned in college. It's kind of incredible, but also a good idea to turn into a game. That's kind of how I always thought about it, even when I was in school. I feel biased because I'm still doing this kind of problem solving in some form today as a computer programmer. So basically, the puzzles are logic gates. If you haven't heard of logic gates before, they're a very simple form of Boolean math. Boolean math is just computer math with only ones and zeros. Now I'm losing everybody here. Look, I'm sorry. It just feels like I'm teaching you about computers, and it's related to the game though, I swear. Cuit has these gates all set up, and you need to get the power from the power source to the target black blocks. Sometimes the puzzle will have bomb blocks. You need to make sure that those do not get power. I feel like I should explain the puzzle parts. You see the ampersand symbol, which is an AND. An AND gate only lets power through if input 1 and input 2 are active. These gates are fairly straightforwardly named. Naming stuff is really hard for programmers, okay? Anyway, an OR gate, which you'll see has a slash, will only send power through if input 1 or input 2 has power. These are basic gates, and they do get a little bit more complicated. Don't worry if you can't keep all of the symbols in your head, because if you hover over them, the details will appear at the bottom of the screen. There are even locks in which you need to supply power in a certain order. Big fan of these, because it makes you keep more of the puzzle in your mind. You really need to consider all of the pathways of the puzzle.
But did you know
that solid-state hard drives, like the storage disk in your phone, is made up of these gates? It's made up of NAND flash. Seriously, look it up. It's crazy how simple storage devices are. I think in an effort to sneak one by people, some of these puzzles are solved in one move, and I accidentally solved a few. I can't even take credit for that. You'll have plenty of time to solve these logic puzzles to some pretty calming music though. I'm a fan, but like I said, I do this for a living, so I don't think anybody should really be surprised. Look, it's a really simple puzzle game, and I don't actually have that much more to say. My pet opinion of Cuit is that you should check it out if you're into logic puzzles and can think like a computer. I have a lot of practice at these puzzles, and I still found enjoyment out of this game. Well, thanks for watching, and consider looking at this video that I'm showing on the screen, and you can click to it to go to it.